All right, let's bring in Liddell Weeb, Associate Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario. Thanks for taking the time for CTV today.
Thanks for speaking with me.
So 7.4 magnitude, give us a sense of how powerful that actually is.
Oh, it's remarkable. Like bigger than atomic bombs. It's the magnitude of what the Earth can produce is just devastating.
Yeah, and you're seeing some of the pictures coming out of Taiwan. What strikes you?
Um, I'm struck by the buildings collapsing, and that's obviously awful to see. I'm also struck by, if you look in the background, the buildings that didn't collapse. And as you mentioned in the introduction as well, the good work that the Taiwanese have been doing to design buildings that can be safe during earthquakes.
Yeah, we're going to bring up a map in a moment just for our viewers to give them a sense of where Taiwan is and situate Hualien City, which is on the east coast. We know that the quake was felt in China there. You can see sort of on the mainland as well. The death toll at 9 people is also fairly remarkable given the powerfulness of the quake.
Yes, exactly. And compared to the 1999 Chi earthquake, it struck in a more populated area, more than 2,000 people killed, which is awful. But still, we're talking. I expect that death count may increase over the next few days, but certainly nothing like in Turkey last year, earthquake killing tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
So a big part of that is just a testament to the quality of construction.
Yeah, Turkey, and you can think about what happened in Haiti a number of years ago as well. Another
Yes.
great example. Your thoughts on the sense of aftershocks and whether that is a risk? Can you give us your take?
Yeah, there's always aftershocks after these. There's the one big one is the one that gets all the news, but there have been dozens of magnitude 4 plus, so things you would feel, which makes it a terrifying place to be immediately after an earthquake when you don't know for sure whether the next aftershock might be closer or might be bigger than the original. So it's still a very scary place to be. And we are seeing, the damage that has happened as well. It's not to say that there's no damage. There's been a lot of things that have been very good, but it's not perfect either.
Yeah, and we know, of course, that Taiwan is in an area of the world that is very active tectonically, so to speak. How about, your area of expertise is civil engineering. So talk to me a little bit, in terms of how you try and mitigate, an earthquake that powerful in terms of how you construct your buildings, how you so-called, earthquake proof them, if
Yeah,
that's even
exactly.
possible.
So all over the world, we have building codes that try to do exactly that. That's exactly our job as structural engineers, is to design buildings that will keep the people inside of them safe. And so in a place like Canada, for example, the kinds of failures that I'm seeing, at least from my first view of the pictures, are kind of a classic, what we call a soft story collapse, where the first floor is weaker than the ones above. And in most parts of Canada, in most cases, you're just not allowed to do that. Because we know that it's a major problem.
And you can actually build a building so that it sort of sways with the earthquake, correct, as it's happening?
Yeah, that's right. No, earthquake proof is always a phrase that I try to avoid because there can always be a bigger earthquake. And so the question is how big an earthquake do you design for? How do you design it to be able to withstand and to respond to an earthquake? But yes, we do in general try to design a building, and the way an analogy I like to use is kind of like a crumple zone on your car that's designed so that if you get in a catastrophic incident, there's something that can absorb that damage of impact, but you can still walk away safely.
Hey, great to have you part of our coverage today of this story. Thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day to join us here on CTV News.
Thank you, Todd. Good to speak with you.